So I do want to reflect a little bit on the month of January before I get into a whole monthly reset, especially because I am using this new planner here, which I'll get into it. So January was very much like a personal life heavy month for sure. Like lots of play dates. We saw the movie David, which was so cute. Being a Christ-centered like woman myself, and I want to raise Lana that way as well, knowing Jesus and knowing the stories of the Bible. Planting those seeds at a young age is important to me. And so when I saw the David movie was coming out or came out, I actually had another mom friend that saw it, and she was like, oh my gosh, it was so good. And so we went to see it. We went to Universal, of course, because we get discounts there working there. We went to the park, we played, we went to rides. I actually think I filmed like a day in the life little like video for that. And yeah, and we like played in like the playgrounds and everything, and then met characters that I'm friends with, and then we finally went and saw the David movie. And like afterwards, she has been listening to the music nonstop. Like she wants to dance around in the living room to it all the time, and it's just so sweet. But then also, yeah, just lots of other play dates that were just really special with like other friends. Another thing I really enjoyed doing in the month of January 2025, I had a calendar going for Lana, like sentence of the day, like a memory of it. And then actually I went back into my camera roll and then I printed out all of these pictures and stuff from the year, just like from different highlights of the whole year. And I cut it out, we glued it, like it was a little craft that we kind of did together, and it was really sweet. So I highly recommend it. I sent it to all my mom friends. I was like, guys, you have to do this. Like, it's so worth it. On that note, I found a church that I actually listened to a podcast that the lead pastor and his wife were a guest on. And then I was like, oh my gosh, they're right here in Orlando. And like, they have a huge following, like worldwide following. They're called Jesus Image. They are on YouTube. I started going there. I'm praying for guidance if they are like my home church. I did already plug into a mom's group there, which meets once a month, and starting to like learn names. And also another girl that I have known for years goes there with her husband and had all good things to say about it. So I don't know. I think that it could definitely be like a home church. That would be amazing. But Jesus Image is just like right here in Orlando. And also Lana came with me yesterday, and she woke up this morning actually and was like, I want to go back to church. She's like looking at me. Yeah, but she was like saying that she had fun at church and wanted to go back. Okay, business updates. While I build a bit of like a personal brand, it's been like a slow burn for sure. But on that note, I finally used my YouTube channel engagement and everything. I felt like my YouTube channel was finally in a good position to apply for the Amazon creator program, or influencer program, I think it's called. So I applied, I got accepted. I did take like a $99 like mini course that kind of just gave me the step-by-step and best practices to apply for that. And I made a couple tweaks on my account, and I was like, wow, I think I probably could have qualified for this like forever ago, but I didn't have those small tweaks in place. And so I got accepted. I uploaded a couple videos that now allow me to do on-site commission videos. So I'm basically making videos that I don't even have to be in them, but like upload them to Amazon Creator Hub, and then they would just like live on there. And anyone who buys like something through my video, it helps. So yeah, that's exciting. I want to get more into affiliate marketing and sharing products and things that I like and enjoy. The only thing is that like, oh, and this is called the Amazon Influencer Program, by the way. And I don't even like want to be an influencer. Like I just feel like that's such like a, I don't know. I just don't want to be an influencer, but I just want to share things. Like there are a couple things that I really do love and enjoy, like this little phone stand that I tell everyone about in person, and it's on Amazon. Like I do want that option, that door to be open for sure. Business update, I booked a new client. I booked a 2027 couple, which is wild because I'm just like, wow, 2026 just started and I just booked a wedding client for 2027, of like May of 2027. We're super wild, and it's always like scary booking out that far because I'm just like, what does my life look like then? Like, am I still going to be filming weddings, you know? And every time that feels like it's so far away, I feel like we time warp, and then I'm like, yep, it's here. So yeah, I booked a 2027 couple, so it was like, yay, but also it's just like, wow, that is so far away and wild. And then now finally I'm going to get into my computer here in a second and show you like my Google Calendar, which I'm really keeping things very minimal, and I'm actually moving a little bit away from Google Calendar this year and like keeping everything in there. And I'm trying to go back to a paper journal. Okay, it's not really a planner. So planning is still going to happen for sure in Google Calendar. This is the Cultivate What Matters journal. It's the 2026 Power Sheets, and I just got it in blue. I don't know, I just love pastels. Floral, definitely targeted for women, and I don't know if they have a men's line, but this, it was like 55 pages of prep work, which is just all about brainstorming your year ahead, cultivating what matters, which is what they're all about. So it says like, come alive again, name what fires you up, evaluate where you are now, cultivate your mindset, upgrade your mindset. So that's where you had to take a negative mindset and twist that thought process into a positive mindset. Like this was like therapy in a book, like, but a planner, therapy in a planner / goal setting. Okay, name what matters. This was nice because I had like a whole list of things of like what will have mattered and what will not have mattered. Making decisions, my purposeful year statement, like all of this was just so helpful. And like I said, this was like 55 pages before you even got to like the first month. Now you're in the goal and action plan. Anyway, so all of this to say, I finally like did 1 month in January, and it was really nice because then I was able to look back at it, and then I did like my month in a review. So just since we're reviewing the month of January, oh, and I also have one other business update. So I'm going to revert back, but I just applied for Skillshare, and I got accepted to be a Skillshare teacher with my Soft CEO course that I have. And so Soft CEO is now on Skillshare, and I definitely hope to make more Skillshare content as well. And yeah, and just grow more as like a digital creator in the more education space. But yeah, goals that I'm growing in, passive income, revenue streams, like getting approved on Skillshare, getting approved on Amazon storefront, like all of that was really up the alley of my goals of diversifying my revenue as a career dancer, which career dancers have a deadline. I don't know when that is for me, but I always need to have that mindset that my career is going to change sooner than later. I've just been so blessed that I've had even a dance career this long versus some people in like the dance and entertainment industry. So yeah, I'm all about trying to, goals that are growing well is diversifying my revenue, just opening doors, all with the discernment and praying a lot about which doors I'm supposed to go through. Eee! Hi, how you doing? Oh, we have a little bit of a cough, huh? Definitely embracing more journaling and checking in on this every day. Go over to my computer now and show you my digital planning, and then it'll bring you back over here to the goal planner on my laptop. First, go into your Google Calendar or whatever calendar you use, like digitally. I have a good feeling like if you follow my stuff, you're probably already a Google Calendar user. Sorry, if you don't have kids, please just, bear with me here. But if you have kids, you're probably super used to this. And if you're like a mom, you get this, but before I start planning for myself and my own content, I am leading with caretaking and like, who needs me? Is it clients or is it my family? Who needs me before I pour into like my extracurricular stuff, which is YouTube, content creation. They are things I care about, and I want to make progress on those goals and have them serve my life, which is, her, my family, and my existing job and my existing clients. So that is kind of like high level how I strategize my my planning and my resetting for the month ahead. I always get a school calendar and it says like what day they're gonna have library day. And I usually put anything for her specifically has like a little L dash. These are things that are for her specifically. And then also she is starting a little youth soccer league. So that is really right here on Monday nights. So that's going to be every Monday night for 8 weeks. Yay for adding more to our plates. You're worth it. I'm going to show you in a second how I start to move stuff from here onto my paper planner, the Cultivate What Matters Power Sheets planner, which I am honestly really loving. I feel like goal setting is so much easier and more effective in this. And I'm pleasantly surprised. Like I've been a Notion, goal setter for so long. And I don't know, like I would kind of be between like different goal setting things. I tried the bullet journaling thing, but this is like in depth. Like it took me a week alone every day getting into my feelings, getting into the headspace and the mindset. And it was honestly like therapy. I think that the month spread on this, I'm going to primarily be using for content creation. In January, I used it for gratitude journaling, but I think I'm going to actually just do that in a separate journal. I'll be honest with you. I'm a little bit in a trial period where I'm seeing how I like to do content planning here in Metrocool. You can go over here with calendar view, week view. And I just feel like this took the guesswork out of me thinking about when I want to post like a YouTube video or like when's the best time to post, because it just shows me. So anyway, let's go back to this. So I use Google Calendar this month. I'm really trying to keep it pretty minimal. And then I also am using this. I was using this for my cycle syncing. So let me show you here now where I'm going to go onto I've been definitely like reading the Bible more, and I've been wanting to do a spiritual fast. The Bible honestly emphasizes this, and it talks about this in ways like it's not optional. Like Christians should be fasting. I never have done one for as long as I have been, called myself a Christian. So that being said, I just feel very convicted about that. And honestly, most of the time when I am cycle syncing like this, my appetite is less when I'm in my follicular phase. So I even put it here, plan out and start Daniel fast. So this is a reoccurring thing. I have this down in my digital shop. This is one of my best selling templates actually for, Google Calendar, and people like to add this in themselves. Naturally for a woman's body and menstrual cycle, like you lose your appetite a bit during this period, your menstrual phase. So I'm going to do a Daniel fast, and then I actually detailed that here in my Cultivate What Matters planner. Sorry for all of this. Lana did that because I had my pen out, and I should have known if I left my pen out to use the bathroom, it was just going to get so written all over. So right here it says follicular Daniel fast. I also am looking at when I plan things, I like to look and see, okay, when am I going to be ovulating? Because then that's going to be the time that I feel like I speak better. It really rings true for me, like where it says ovulation. Create videos, host workshops. I do like to think of, okay, like when do I want to film some of like these other videos? If any of them are like a talking head or speaking type of video. This is just an idea of what I have going on in the month of February. I have things down here like Galentine's, and then I put this here. I'm really going to try to use this primarily for my family this month because I'm trying, like I said before, giving it a little bit of a trial period, doing more in my Cultivate What Matters planner.
Your phone keeps saying, try again, try again.
Well, first of all, can I reduce the volume a little bit?
I just want to hear it.
So it says 7, and then tap 7 on the picture.
No.
Which color? 2? Okay, now find 2. I feel like when I have to write stuff down, actually now on paper here, is way more accountability that I am going to commit to doing that editing and posting on that schedule, because I love the flexibility that I have for, moving all of this stuff around here. But then at the same time, I'm just kind of like, well, now I don't feel as much accountability because then I can just move, a task like day in the life editing a wedding film. Like I can move that to this day versus this. Now moving on to content planning and content creation. A big goal of mine for 2026 and honestly for 2025 even was to just be more consistent specifically on YouTube. Since I'm challenging myself more, I need to create better systems around editing like this February reset video, like I am trying to capture multiple angles to give the most value to show you. So I am only planning out YouTube content on both my planner and then also online here on Metricool. Let's move on to Metricool. Google Calendar View. Let's go to Month View. So that being said, I have it all here on my Cultivate What Matters Power Sheets. You'll see here I have February resets. Went ahead and I just copied over all of these videos for my month of February. So I'm going to have this plan with me. What's great is that when I go into it, I just started to put in notes. Oh my gosh, it's getting so windy. I'm in Florida, by the way, and we are going to be getting a cold front tonight. Like, we're in a freeze warning tonight. I wanted to do, this one is kind of like a start documenting your life type of video, which I'm excited. That one's actually already filmed. So what's nice is that I don't have to think about, you know, when I get over here to thinking like, when am I going to film this? I don't have to film that. I just have to edit that. I'm going to try, like I said, vlogs are more tedious, but I'm going to try to do a week in the life vlog. I'm going to start filming, the week in the life on this Friday. And then I'm going to go through just kind of like the Saturday and the Sunday. And actually, notes like this that I want to consider. So you'll see here, I said that Friday, traveling to Tampa, Bible audiobook, driving. I have just like details of like what I want to, you know, document day, week in the life. BTS capture. So in orange on my Cultivate planner, this is showing me what I'm actually going to be filming and trying to document to help supplement this video, like the week in the life video. I think I'm going to document like what I'm going to eat.
I want to eat too.
I want to eat too. We're going to go get Mexican after this. Yum.
Chicken?
Mexican.
Ooh, yum, 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 yum.
Can you say Mexican?
Okay.
Mexican. These post-it notes, you're probably wondering, these are tentative things that to remind myself. Okay, so that is what I have so far for my monthly spread. But yeah, I was doing my January month in a review and I was going back and forth what's not working, which was not scheduling my editing time. And that is why when I did this exercise and reflected on it, I was able to distinguish that. And then that's why this month I am scheduling in editing time and filming time. Maybe too much social time. Like in pink this month for February, I am only planning to go out for Galentine's on that night and this night, and maybe as we get closer I might not even go to, you know, one of these, just to be able to minimize the like social time. This is the break it down page, or I really like to look at it from here first and then over to here. This here is all of like what is over here, except it's like broken down more. And then I have, again, I have this like replicated. So weekly, I want to share like a weekly thing. I just put this reminder here because it's under my content thing. But I want to share like thoughts, what I've learned, routine updates, etc. for like Bible in a year and like my reading plan. Okay, so that is it. A couple final things I wanted to say. They have a little encouraging words section at the top. I actually put a couple Bible verses here since I've been in the Word a lot more. Luke 16:10. It says, whoever is faithful with little will be trusted with much. And to me, I was just like, okay, one of my big goals is diversify my revenue streams. And that's been growing in like little bits. And the verse I had for myself in January, it says, Proverbs 16, a man's heart plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. And I just felt like that was a really nice beginning to the year in terms of, you know, planning and just thinking about goal setting and stuff. This is just the big picture of what I want and what my heart wants. But of course, you can always pivot me and show me the way and show me the steps. And honestly, even while I am opening lots of doors, it's like, I always like to say, you know, diversify and explore options and open doors and opportunities. When I think about my future in terms of like career, I don't know what that looks like, but I love making content that is motivational and inspiring, especially for like digital planning and organization and just like figuring out routines that help us thrive.
These.
These are hand warmers. You like them? All right. Well, wishing you the best, and I will see you in the next video.
Stop.